DeFazio.
The gentleman from Oregon is recognized.
It's hard for many people to understand how important water is in the West, what a precious resource it is in the West, and how complicated the issues regarding water are. In the case of the Bureau of Reclamation, 140,000 Western farmers, 1 in 5 who get irrigation water, get it through 8,000 miles of canals through the Bureau of Reclamation. 500 dams run by the Bureau of Reclamation ensure flood control for 10,000 thousands of Westerners, millions actually, and it also provides water for residential, municipal, industrial use, serving 31 million people. This is not something to be lightly tampered with the privatization agenda of this administration. Now remember, we were going to have $1 trillion, then on the State of the Union Day, $1.5 trillion infrastructure plan. Where is it? Doesn't exist. In fact, they haven't put forward one penny. In fact, they have proposed to cut funding for infrastructure in the president's budget. But they want to come up with little things. They could say, oh, look, we're promoting infrastructure here. We're going to sell off federal assets to who knows who, private entities, foreign entities, anybody who wants to. I remember Enron and energy deregulation. The next big thing was going to be water. That's what they were going to get into. They were going to control and manipulate water supplies to drive up the prices. Well, this bill offers the prospect of someone like an Enron to get a hold of public asset today, Bureau of Reclamation, federal asset, and its water resources. And then what happens? Well, that's an awfully big question mark. What would happen after a private entity takes over what was formerly being run in the public interest with allocation among competing users? Well, we might just have a new competition. If anybody remembers that movie, can't remember the name right now, about L.A. and them out in the Owens Valley and all the shenanigans they did. Chinatown, that's it, yes. We could have a 21st century version of Chinatown. Involving private interests or municipal interests or foreign interests getting control of our water. Now the gentleman from Colorado says, oh, no, Congress can act after this administration has arbitrarily entered into an agreement to sell off public assets, water assets, Bureau of Reclamation. Congress can act to stop it. Anybody heard of the United States Senate? Now tell me, what are you going to get them to do in 90 days? Can you wake them from their nap? I don't think so. I mean, yeah, maybe in the House, particularly if the Democrats are in charge, we could stop some really bad privatization proposals by the Trump administration of these precious water resources in the western United States. We could do it within 90 days. Heck, we can do it in quick time. Not the Senate, subject to a filibuster. So any one person could block Congress from acting. So that is not a safeguard. That's about the flimsiest, phoniest, and most transparent of non-safeguard safeguards I've ever seen. So why would we trust this administration with the most precious asset that many of us have in the western United States, particularly this year, it's been so dry, which is our water resources, and then when the winters come, our flood control resources? Why would we want private entities to control those things? Oh, you want us to shut the floodgates and stop your house? Well, you know, that's going to cost you if you want us to retain that water up here, because that wasn't in our plan. So if you want some flood control, that'll cost you X. Oh, your fields have gone dry, and you want us to do some release from the full reservoir that we control, it's our water? Oh, well, that's going to cost you. It's going to cost you a lot because it isn't going to rain for another 2 months if you want to save your crops. This is a colossally bad idea, and it should die here today. Thank you. I yield back to Val.
The gentleman yields back. The gentleman from California reserves. The gentleman from Colorado is recognized.